I'm tripping. All right. The 49ers are trying to hump back up to the top. So we got the NFC West to close us out. And we got the 49ers. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to call it out based on last year. All right. Last year we had, here we go. Whew, the Rams at 10-7. Tied with the Seahawks at 10-7, by the way. The Cardinals at 8-9. And the 49ers, Tomo would call them the 40-winers. Not my words, Tomo words. They 6-11. Dang, they had the worst team on the network, I think.
Ooh,
It's crazy.
tough.
No,
One year after being in the Super Bowl.
dang. Oh, my bad. That's Teddy. My bad. That's the Patriots.
Oh,
My
oh yeah, 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 of course.
bad. All right. So, AJ, this semi is kind of. I'm curious to see where you got the top. You know, I think I got an idea where you're going to go. But, AJ, let the people know where you're going with this.
I'm gonna go bottom to the top again. I'm gonna do it
Okay.
to round it out. I got Seattle at the bottom, and it's because of how I feel about Sam Darnold. I just don't believe what I saw last year, and I believe now without Justin Jefferson, right, without Jordan Addison, without Hawkinson, without the guru of a head coach that is KOC, I don't think he's gonna be able to duplicate that success. I just don't think he'll be able to duplicate that success. I think he'll be decent, but I just don't see it. I think JSN is a really good young receiver. I think he's gonna have a pretty good year, but he ain't Jettis. And so I think that the defense is okay. The defense will get him opportunities, but all in all, I don't believe in Sam Darnold. It's gonna take at least one more year for me to be like, okay, Sam Darnold is a guy who's gonna, routinely be a quarterback that leads you to the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like for now, it was like to start the season. I had my thoughts about Sam Darnold. Then it was like, dang, Sam Darnold proving me wrong. And then when it mattered most, he started seeing ghosts again. And it was like, man, he terrible. Like I just went back to be like forgot all the success he had. Then it was like, man, he terrible all over again.
2 games in
I
a row.
bruh, I got them at 4. At number 3, I got the Arizona Cardinals. I got the Arizona Cardinals at 3. I think Kyler is decent. I think Gannon is a decent head coach. Obviously from Philadelphia. Didn't like him as a
Boy.
DC, but he's a decent head coach. I think Marvin Harrison Jr. I think he's gonna have a great year this year. I think he's gonna get more targets. I thought last year they didn't target him enough. I think he gets more targets this year. I think the run game is effective. I'm just not simply put. I'm just not as high on the Cardinals or as high on Kyler Murray as I am on Purdy or Stafford. I'm just not. He can play, but I just don't see it. Number 2, some people not gonna like this.
Uh-oh.
I got the LA Rams.
Oh.
I got the LA Rams. Number 1, Stafford dealing with a back injury right now. Back injuries don't improve throughout the season. I'm sorry. Get as many injections as you want, do all the stretching that you want, but the back injuries are back injuries, especially as you get older. I'm 30, my back be killing me from time to time. Couldn't imagine if I was out there having to take, hits, from guys that's 350, 400 pounds. You know what I mean? Like, that's a lot. So they're going to have to keep him safe in that pocket, protect him at all times. Stafford, a tough dude. He's going to try to go out there and play through it. But I just don't see that progressing. Beyond that, let's just say Stafford is 100%. The Niners got the easiest, bro. The Niners got one of the easiest schedules I may have ever seen for a team that I still think is to be respected. Now, no, Debo is not there, and I do think they miss some identity by not having Debo. I feel like that tough, hard-nosed play is like Debo. Like when I think of the Niners, I think of Debo. I know he's not there anymore. He bringing that identity to the Commanders, which is nice. But like I wonder how much of an adjustment that will be. But I put them number 1 just basically off of like, bro, who they playing? Bro, let me. I had it up earlier. I'm about to pull it back up real quick.
Crazy.
I'm about to pull this back up real quick.
His
These
schedule.
brothers, yes, these brothers. I got it up right now. These brothers got Seattle week 1, the Saints, the Cardinals, the Jaguars, the Rams, the Bucks, the Falcons, the Texans, the Giants, the Rams. Their toughest opponents is their division.
They got the NFC South and the AOC South, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Like their toughest opponents is their division, bro. Like
Hmm.
it's a cakewalk. If they're anything like what they used to be, I think they breeze through this season and get a high seed in the NFC. And I think a lot of us are gonna have the stance of like we don't even really know how good they are because they
Because
haven't
they ain't
really
playing away.
they ain't really play nobody. They ain't play Philly. They didn't play Detroit. They didn't play. I don't think they played the Commanders this year.
Yeah.
They're not playing no like heavy hitters. Yeah, they play the Rams, but like we'll see again where Stafford's health is. We'll see what that's looking like. I'm also not a believer in the Rams defense like that. That's something that people don't talk
Mm,
about enough with the Rams. Like their defensive line is like that, but if you can't get pressure on the quarterback, they secondary been suspect for
yeah.
years. It's been suspect for years. They're heavily reliant on that defensive line. And it's great. Don't get me wrong. It's a great line. Jared Verse and the boys, they when they get there, it get ugly. But when they can't get there and the quarterback got a little bit of time, that secondary get diced every time. So
Yeah.
I'm looking at it like I think the Rams are still going to be a good team, but I just don't think they're going to be better than the Niners. I think the Niners have, if not the easiest, maybe the second or third easiest schedule in the league. I think they'll be out for redemption. You're getting CMC back this year. They're getting them motivated. I see Brian Robinson in the interview, and he looked angry. Like he looked hot. Like they
Yeah, he
really
wanted to say.
they really traded me. Like I can't believe he looked like he's more motivated than ever. I got him in fantasy. I got him and CMC in fantasy. That's gonna be
Oh,
interesting.
you good.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. I might have them both in at one time at some point. Like that's gonna be interesting. But he looks hungry. He looks motivated. We know CMC is hungry and motivated. I'm assuming Brandon Ayuk will be able to come back at some point. I know he probably gonna miss a chunk of the season, but I'm assuming he'll be able to come back at some point. They got I think
First
it's
off,
Persall. I think he's gonna be decent. Like they still offensive line is still pretty decent. You still got a solid defense. So I think that they are in prime position with this schedule, and I'm really mainly picking them because of their schedule and the fact that CMC is healthy. With this schedule, with the fact that CMC is healthy, with the fact that I still do believe in Purdy, I got them finishing number one in the West. So
ooh,
Niners, I got Niners, Rams, Cardinals, Seahawks.
okay. They will be happy. All right. Number four. On which one? Number four. Seahawks. I mean, the Seahawks got some potential though, because I like the fact that they went and got Clint Kubiak. They had Ron Grubb last year. Ron Grubb had Geno Smith throwing the ball too much. He went back to I think it's Georgia. He's a college coach. He went back to Georgia as the offensive coordinator. But they got Clint Kubiak. Clint Kubiak is from the Kubiak family. They want to run the ball, that Kyle Shanahan type system. They want to lead with the running attack, and that's what the Saints were doing. He's with the Saints last year. That's what they were doing last year until Derek Carr suffered an injury, and Chris Olave got injured, and they just went
Mm-hmm.
downhill. So I feel like with Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet, they need more touches. I remember last year the Seahawks played the Lions, and they both averaged over 5 yards a carry plus, but they barely touched the ball. I'm like, what y'all? Why? And Gino threw the ball like 45 times that game. It was crazy. So, and they got a good receiving core, but you got to worry
Mm-hmm.
about Cooper Kupp's health all the time. You never know how his health is going to be. He's back at home playing. He's from Seattle, from Washington. Not sure he's from Seattle. And then the defense, Mike McDonald being a defensive minded coach. They had a decent defense last year. I think they'll be better this year. But they're number four. Like I said, like you said, I'm not a big Sam Darnold guy. But with the Russian attack, I think they got some potential.
Fair.
Number three, this team is like weird, man. I'm going with the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
The Cardinals, man, like defensively, they getting slept on. Last year they dealt with a lot of injuries. They drafted well in the defense. They got Will Johnson this year from the cornerback. Will Johnson, who slid in the drive because of his injury, but
Mm-hmm. He
he's.
a baller.
They said he been locking up in training camp. Like he's been like
He
that.
can
So he's
play.
gonna be one of these. Yeah, man. So like, and I'm with you with the Marvin Harrison Jr. thing. I think that he will have a breakout year this year. After the disappointing rookie season, they got Trey McBride still, James Conner. They have so much potential. And Kyler
Mm-hmm.
Murray, I think Kyler Murray is on this make or break year with the Cardinals. I
Yeah.
think it's like if they don't do nothing this year, if it's the same story, they start the season looking like, oh, they got some promise, and then second half of the season they tank, then I think that they might move on from Kyler Murray. They might probably seek a trade or something like that from Kyler Murray. I was surprised they paid the man. He hasn't earned anything for him to make that money. Never he
Facts.
made the playoffs 1 year and got smoked by the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that. Number two, the Rams. I'm with you, bro.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
The first time we agree with everything. I'm with you with the
Mm-hmm.
Rams, man. I mean, Matthew Stafford, man. I mean, like you said, his back.
Mm-hmm.
And every year, I feel like the Rams are dealing with injuries, bro.
Yeah.
Every single year. Think about it. They won the division being tied with the Seahawks, bro. Like they were tied, and Geno Smith was their quarterback. All right, so like I think the Rams are so overrated, bro. I think
Mm.
people put them at this level. Like,
It's
first of
the
all,
respect people have for Stafford.
but what has Stafford done outside of that 1 year with the Super Bowl, bro? I'm sorry, bro. He is talented. Don't get me wrong. But even in a Super Bowl, he wasn't even an MVP.
He
He
wasn't
had,
good.
he was not good either. Cooper Cup ball down the last drive, but outside of that, he was not good. So and he could have been better. I knew it was snowing, but in that Eagles game, bro, like people act like that last drive, bro. He didn't. He could have been better in that last drive.
Mm-hmm.
But but I got them at number two, and I think the Rams are talented. Like defensively, they got a lot of young players that are growing in that defense. They went and got Devontae Adams, but like you said, Matthew Stafford's back, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, he's an old man, and them
Yeah.
back issues, man,
They
it
don't go
ain't no
nowhere.
joke. That's like an all year injury for real. So that's that. One hit can mess that dude up.
Yes. Tony Romo.
Woo! That's a good example right there.
Yep.
And number one, the 49ers.
Yep.
Like you said, they got an easy schedule, but not just that. They're healthy. Not super healthy, but Trent Williams gonna be there. Chris
Right.
McCaffrey's gonna be there. I saw a
Mm-hmm.
workout video of Chris McCaffrey. I mean, he looked like he's motivated. They went and got B Rob for insurance, so just in case he get hurt, they gotta run the back. Obviously, he's not Christian McCaffrey, but he's serviceable.
He's very serviceable.
Yeah, George Kittle was still healthy, and then they got Robert Saleh. I think getting
Mm-hmm.
Robert Saleh was so huge. I mean, that was their issue last year. Although with all of those injuries, offensively they were still pretty good. The
Yep.
problem was defense and special teams. So getting Robert Saleh back, bringing that coach that he had when they went to those Super Bowls, I think they'll get back to where they want to be. They did draft a lot of guys defensively. Kyle Shanahan mentioned that he felt like these guys will be like the core of their future. So I could see them having fast starts with fast start, meaning not like start the season, but like how your rookies, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the year, your rookies they didn't look
It's
like
like
rookies.
pros. Right.
Yeah, they're like pros, right? Am I saying they got a Quinion? You know what I mean? I ain't,
right.
am I
Right.
saying
Right.
that? But what I am saying that I can see them at the end of the year, like the Chiefs too. The Chiefs went through that
Mm-hmm.
too when they had a lot of young defensive
Trent
backs and all that
McDuffie was
stuff.
young and all that. Yep.
Yeah, and then
Yep.
at the end of the year, you're like, dang, are they? You sure they rookies? So I can see that with the 49ers with Robert Saleh being defensive coordinator. So my order is just like yours: 49ers, Rams, Cardinals, Seahawks. Only thing I do worry about is Brock Purdy got paid, and when quarterbacks get paid, bro, for some reason they play
It.
go down, bro. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know what it is, but I don't know. They trying to prove people like, yeah, I need to live up to this hype, but like if Brock Purdy could just be Brock Purdy and the type of person he seems to be, God fearing man, very humble. I could see him being a guy that's not trying to prove, like he just out
Mm-hmm.
there to be himself. So I got them number one though.
Somebody not too much of a fan of Brock Purdy. So the Niners
Who?
don't have the QB that these receivers need. Name brand.
Oh, oh, dang.
That's crazy. Hey, I'm not the biggest Purdy guy, but I got a lot of respect for Purdy, given what we've seen so far in his career. I think Purdy can play. I do. Given the right system, given the right
But
options to throw the football to, I think he play. I think he's really good for the system. I think he's smart. I think he plays well. He has his bad moments like
mhm.
everybody else. I wouldn't put him in the top five or nothing crazy like that, but Purdy can play. Been to an NFC Championship game, been to a Super Bowl, and it wasn't all because of the defense. Wasn't all because of CMC. It was in part because of him too. So we
I give him
shall
his
see.
props. Kyle Shanahan multiple times haven't won a game in the playoffs when he trailed. I forgot what the stat was. Trailed by 9 points, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Brock Purdy did it twice. He's
Twice
the
in the
only
same
quarterback that
postseason
done
run,
that.
if I'm not
It's the
mistaken.
same, yeah, man. So like, I give him his props, man. Like I get it. He was Mr. Irrelevant. He's surrounded by good talent, but it's kind of like the Jalen Hurts situation. Like only difference is Jalen Hurts had proved he led them to the playoffs before they got all the talent. But
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of similar where he's at right now. Like
Yeah.
people are discrediting Jalen Hurts because of what's around him, and they kind of do the same thing with Brock Purdy, which I understand. But that playoff run, and even in the Super Bowl, he didn't even
He
play.
played well.
It wasn't his fault.
Yeah.
CMC fumbled. People forget about that. He fumbled that Super Bowl. You know what I mean? So Brock Purdy played pretty good at Super Bowl. He probably would have won Super Bowl MVP. They would have won.
Fair. He probably would have. Or somebody on the defense, but it probably would have went to Purdy. It probably would have went to
Yeah.
Purdy. Uh, Name brand said when he had a Debo and a motivated Ayuk, no disrespect, he's just a game manager. He said no, he's not on Hurts level. Now I agree there. Let's get out of here, Joe. Let's get out of here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. My last words. First of all,